Yeet.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. As you can see, there is only two of us today, meaning we are down to Jake, but he's off dealing with some personal things. You know, we're not going to disclose what that is for the sake of his privacy and life and whatnot, but we have a mission to complete, and that's to talk about every single NFL team's draft, going division by division, and this week is the final division of that, the AFC East. But before we get into that, Geek, how are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. God, that's weird having you do the intro.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird having anybody that's not Jake do the intro. So,
yeah,
is what it is. Jake has found his reason that we can't make him leave. He's the intro man.
He is the glue that holds us together.
Absolutely. Maybe.
I'm sweating like crazy. It is so hot in this room, and I cannot have a fan going.
I'm kind of cold,
for the sake
actually.
Of recording.
See, we need to teach this man how to use a mic. We need to get this man a better microphone, and then teach him how to use it.
A PlayStation headset.
I could go kick my AC on, but I'm fucking cold, so I'm not gonna do that. You ever let the AC run too long and you get all cold? No?
It feels great.
No, you get too cold. Like
There's no such thing as too cold.
You're on drugs.
You just wrap yourself up in a blanket, throw on a TV show or an old game. It's a great feeling.
See, I can't do that. To play games, I have to sit in this chair. I can't really wrap up and sit in this chair at my desk.
Well, I've got my TV right there. I've got my bed right there, so I don't have that problem personally.
Cheater.
Skill issue, personally.
Skill issue.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, skill issue. No, I'm doing okay. You know, it's been a weird week. I was at that fun baseball game that had everyone on Twitter talking about baseball for some reason.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Talk about that.
I believe that was the third biggest blowout in all of baseball history. And baseball is an old sport. Makes football look young.
It is indeed an old sport.
But yeah, third biggest blowout of all time, I believe. It was what did it finish? A 24-point blowout. That series finished with the Rockies being outscored by 20 runs, but winning the series. So they won 2 out of the 3 games. But we're outscored in the series by 20 runs. That's a lot of runs. You know, it was fun. It actually kind of sucked at the beginning. The dude sitting in front of me, I get it. It's baseball. People are going to be eating peanuts. That's what they do. The guy was kind of a douchebag, though. So the way he was like cracking open the shells and stuff, which is annoying. Why are you buying peanuts with shells? It's literally cheaper to buy them without the shells. But
is it?
Yeah. Most of the time, yeah. But no, he's like cracking them, but letting like all of the dust from them pile up on himself. And then every time he stands up, it just blows directly in my face. So, beginning of the game, I got a fucking headache. I started to feel my tongue swelling up. I was like, oh my God, this is not ideal. Oh, fuck. They left early, so that was good. Fuck that guy in particular. But, like, I don't know, maybe don't crack it directly over your clothes and create a pile. Just, like, actually crack it over the ground. Since you're throwing all of your peanut shells on the floor anyways, you freak. Yeah, I'm a Rockies fan, but I wasn't really there for the Rockies. I'm currently in the mindset of fuck the Rockies.
Why is that?
We're in our sell the team era right now.
Of course.
So, which we actually need to be. We need to get Dick out of Denver. It's quite important. Because, you know, the team sucks, and you saw everybody tweeting about it. This is an owner who was encouraged because the team might be able to play 500 ball this year. That was his goal as the owner.
500 ball, you mean break even?
Yeah. Might be able to play 500 ball, which is just not... You're the owner, dude. And for whatever reason, dude doesn't understand this idea. Like, yeah, paying really good players does cost money. But when you have really good players, people show up to the games. And I think this weekend should have been a sign of that for him, because the Rockies hadn't had a game with attendance over 20,000 people all year. Coors Field is normally packed with between 45 and 55,000 people every other year. It's top 5 in attendance every year since 1995 when it opened.
Valid.
This year it's going to be bottom 5. Probably. Because people just aren't into it anymore. But this weekend it was back up to 45, 50,000 people. Because the Angels were in town with the 2 best players of our generation.
Is that
People
Trout
show up to
and Ohtani?
Yeah. People show up to see the stars. Now,
Right.
look at you go knowing baseball stuff. But people show up for the stars. And like that's why I was there. I wouldn't have went to a Rockies game this year, but I don't know if I'm
at travel to go to a Rockies game.
About 4 hours. 4.5, 5 hours, yeah.
You stayed on there, or did you?
No, we came back that night.
Up?
That was maybe not the best choice that night, but whatever.
It is what it
Got
is.
home at like 1 a.m. It was what it was.
Right.
Maybe 2. I don't remember. I know I didn't fall asleep until like 5 a.m., but that's not important. But yeah, that was the wildest first few innings. You saw the tweet. We were down 23-0 in the 4th inning. I was really hoping that was going to be the highest scoring baseball, like single-sided highest scoring baseball game of all time. They only needed another 12 runs, but didn't get there because they benched Mike Trout, which was depressing. They're like, "No, we're up. We're up by 23. You're done."
That's tough.
Saw him hit a homer.
Mike Trout. That's nice. At least you got that.
They hit 3 home runs on 3 pitches, just back to back to back. That was nutty. The Rockies just suck so goddamn hard. To be fair, their 4 best players are all out with injury right now, which is sad. So it was the Rockies aren't good to begin with, but without those 4 guys, they're just a bunch of dudes. They're just some guys, you know.
It's valid.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I love baseball, but man, am I sick of the Rockies being owned by the Monforts. Stan Kroenke, you already own every other Denver team except the Broncos. Just buy the Rockies. You'll run them right.
So real.
We know Kroenke's not afraid to spend money to make money. He'll fix that team right the fuck up.
Indeed.
He will. Kroenke the GOAT. Also, I bought this hat. I don't know if you saw the picture I posted of it on Twitter.
Let me flip back to Discord.
I posted it on Twitter.
You had the hat up.
No,
on Twitter.
I can go grab it, but I don't think you'll see what I posted. The hat itself, I didn't notice this. So it's the Rockies' 30th anniversary. 30 years ago, the Rockies became a baseball team. This hat has an anniversary patch on it, but it says 40 years.
Oh, I see it.
Like, it says 40 years.
Brought it back from the future.
I guess. I want to go back to that store because, like, see if all of the hats are misprinted or if I just got a fucked up one. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, though. But, hey, that hat's good for the next 11 years. So we're chilling. We're chilling. I'm just out ahead of the 2033 hat buying season. What are you doing over there? You're going at it.
Working on... Oh, I figured I'd let you tell your story, and I'm currently working on uploading a YouTube video.
Bros uploading for YouTube. No, you stop that. I don't get to work on any of my uploads until after this, where I have to upload this and my podcast and a YouTube video. So you don't get to either. You have to do it after.
Jokes on you. I'm essentially done anyways.
Bastard. I hate it here.
The only thing I need to figure out, I'm struggling with titling YouTube videos.
Yeah. Gotta find
like
something catchy. Hook them in.
Right, and not only that, but like, the old way of titling YouTube videos, the way I've always seen people do it, is like formulaic, right? Like if you're doing a series, you keep it somewhat similar. Like you'd give it, like, say for example, it's the team preview series that I'm uploading right now, right? It would be something catchy like Justin Fields is about to explode, and then you'd do like a you just put like in the second half of the title Bears team preview, right? But according to Brett Coleman, who is obviously very, very successful, knows what he's doing, that's a bad idea. You don't want whatever your thumbnail says to also be what your title says. So it's making things more difficult. Like, I found a good thumbnail for the Bears one. That one's killing it. It's almost at 1,000 views.
W.
Yeah, just Justin Fields is about to explode. And I thought my Packers one would do well because I put Jordan Love in the title. They didn't like that. So I don't know what to do there. I'll have to figure something out.
Is it possible people just don't give a fuck about the Packers?
There's no way.
Are you sure?
There's simply no way. There's simply no way.
I think people only cared about the Packers because they had Rodgers. That circus is in a different town now.
I still feel like they're in an interesting spot.
They're not. They're in worst team in the division spot.
I suppose once I upload the Lions video, that will kind of tell me. That'll give me my answer. But then again, I got to come up with a title for that. I'm thinking something along
Jared
the lines
Goff
of like,
top 10?
No, I can't make every title about their quarterback.
Goff about to be exposed again.
I think
because
something
he's not
along the
good.
lines of like.
Sorry.
Well, the idea is you want to say something bold. You know, you want something bold that's going to catch the eye. So it could be like, it's finally Detroit's year. I feel like that's a good one. That's kind of what I've got right now.
That's what people are going to be doing the entire time. Everybody's pretending it's Detroit's year. But, dude, Detroit is about to become the new Dallas. I can feel it because we did that last year. We're going to do it next year. And they're just never going to do anything with it. Because they actually, like we all talked about in the NFC North offseason video, they actually have to improve one offseason to actually be able to finally make the playoffs.
I thought they improved this offseason.
You literally gave them like a C+ because their moves weren't that good.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. None of us were that high on them.
I don't know, because like looking at it now, I like
their
what
free
they
agency
did.
Sucked.
I didn't think it sucked.
You overpay two corners who are like at best
they're
number
mid,
twos.
But they're perfect for their defense. I think that was the big change for me.
But
because
perfect doesn't matter. That's still mid. And you're in a division with good receivers.
Yeah,
and
that is
receivers are too good. I'm sorry. Yeah, your mid corner. Maybe they can guard who the Packers' second receiver because it's Dobbs, whatever. But
I'll put it this way:
Bears got 3 receivers who could cook them. The Vikings got 3 who could cook them.
Yeah. The way I look at it is the Lions, I found this out recently, and maybe that's why my opinions changed a little bit. I didn't realize this until I was looking back at the Lions season and looking at how they were running their defense. They really like cover 0. A lot. They ran it in the first half of the season, didn't run it at all in the back half of the season, and they were still top 15 in cover 0 ran. And the corners they signed are perfect for cover 0 because they're physical, aggressive man corners. And I know it's going to be tough to deal with DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson, but...
And even Christian Watson, though he's being overhyped as a motherfucker right now.
I don't see... Yeah, I'm a lot more confident in them guarding Christian Watson, because even if he gets open, there's no guarantee he's going to catch the football.
That's fair, but he's going to get open because bro's fast. It's got that Tyreek Hill effect.
Maybe. I don't know. I like Christian Watson. I don't want to downplay him, because I do think he can be really good.
We got to downplay him, because Packers fans are out here saying he's, going to be better than... He's got a higher ceiling than the guy he's older than in Justin Jefferson. Yeah. And that, I really see some shades of Moss in there. Well, I really see no shades of brain over there.
Bruce Irons is a moron. This is not new information.
Bruh. So stupid. I love it.
Yeah,
it hurt my brain.
Let's talk about the AFC East.
Patriots first, right? We always go shittiest team. Were they shittiest team or were the Jets shittiest team? Who's shitty?
They had the worst record.
Sick.
Yeah, because they don't have quarterback.
Yeah, but neither did the Jets.
They didn't, but their defense was really good.
Truth. And also, Garrett Wilson is good at ball.
Yes.
So big move. First big move. Bill O'Brien is their new OC.
Yeah. Which is good for them.
Is it?
Bill O'Brien is tough.
He's an idiot.
Because was he the OC? I know he was the OC at Bama. Was he there when Mac was there?
No idea. Actually, no idea.
I can't remember if there was overlap there or not.
No, I'm totally skipping all the way back to just Houston, and Mr. OC head coach GM couldn't do anything good.
That's the difference. He's not going to be making the big decisions.
Yeah, but
he's just the OC.
He also doesn't have Deshaun Watson to fix all of his problems.
Yeah, that's fair.
Back then, we didn't know Deshaun was Deshaun, but...
Right.
You know, Deshaun fixed all the problems for Bill back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
If Bill O'Brien coached Mac. Yeah, he worked with Mac Jones a little bit at Bama. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Okay.
There's familiarity there. There's familiarity with Belichick, because he's worked under Belichick before.
Mm-hmm.
And despite making a rather eccentric decision at offensive coordinator last year by hiring a defensive coach,
that was weird.
I tend to trust Belichick's hirings.
Yeah,
because that's the only one I can think of in the 20 years that he's worked that has been awful.
I'm trying to think of who replaced McDaniels the first time.
It's still working.
What? Not
still
really.
Worked. Whoever it was, Patriots were still good.
Brady existed. Do we forget that?
I mean, fair, but I'm just saying it's hard to evaluate one way or the other.
That's fair. But,
because Brady was there.
The offensive side, it's been 2 tries. And the first one, he brought Josh McDaniels back after a year and a half. So I don't know how good that decision was if you went crawling back to the last guy that fast. And then this time, McDaniels leaves, and you sign a defensive coordinator to coach your offense. Are we sure his offensive hiring is that good, or was Josh McDaniels just a good OC for them, and so he made that one decision and then has struggled with every other one? I mean,
that's fair. I don't know. I thought Bill O'Brien did a fine job at Bama. Look at the quarterbacks
college,
he was working with.
Okay, but also look at the rest of the rosters he was working with. The best in college football.
Look, my point, I'm not trying to say I'm a Bill O'Brien fan. I don't think this is some home run, hit it out of the park hiring. I think it's fine.
I just don't think Mac can overcome the shortcomings of a Bill O'Brien offense.
I don't think Mac can overcome the shortcomings of being Mac Jones.
That's valid.
Yeah. If they had a real quarterback in New England.
The reason I'm rocking the Teddy jersey is actually a Patriots thing. So I was live on TikTok earlier. Yeah, I'm pushing Teddy narratives. So I was live on TikTok earlier, and a Patriots fan came through talking about Mac and how, this is a make or break year for him. And I said, yeah. And I think it's the break year because Mac's not good. He's like, well, look at his rookie year. He did okay. And I'm like, yeah, but okay ain't enough. And you can't have a weak arm and play in a cold weather environment the way he does. You just can't. It doesn't work. And, can't have the weak arm. And then he's just a shitty human. Actually just a shitty human.
He's a really dirty player.
Yeah. I've never said that about a quarterback before, I don't think. But yeah. And I don't know.
It's rare.
I think there's a world where the Patriots give up on Mac quite early into the season. Fuck, they almost did last year.
Yeah. If Bailey Zappi wasn't somehow worse.
I could see Bill finding, and it's not just Teddy. I keep bringing up Teddy because I'm pushing my personal narratives. But I could see Bill Belichick saying fuck it and getting a Teddy Bridgewater, a Carson Wentz, one of these like starter level quarterbacks who's still out there, and saying, Mac, you
he
fuck
didn't end
up.
with Jacoby.
Right. And just saying, Mac,
Jacoby
you
would've been
fuck up,
great.
it's gone. Like, you out.
Yeah.
Somebody, or fuck, you start the battle in training camp and Teddy or Carson, or I'm trying to think of any other names at the moment, but I ain't got none. I don't know who else is a free agent.
For you. I got a hypothetical for you.
Let's go.
You're not going to like this. What if
Oh, God.
Bill Belichick says fuck it, Hanks ends up with Caleb Williams?
Oh. I don't think the Patriots can be that bad, even if he tries.
I think he can if he tries. It's Bill Belichick.
No, he's too much.
He's great at everything he does.
That's not true. Not great at building an offense, obviously. Have you ever seen him draft a wide receiver? Ever?
Yeah, but look what he does with converted quarterbacks.
Yeah, Malik Cunningham's about to be the GOAT. Like, actually.
Yeah, listen, he can't draft an actual wide receiver, but he can take the grittiest, whitest guy he can find and turn him into a playoff legend.
You know, so Bridgewater, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco. That's the actual answer. That's unfortunate.
I kind of like the idea of Carson Wentz in New England. I'm not going to lie.
What about Nick
I feel like there's
Foles,
something
though?
there. That's not fair. Bill Belichick with Nick Foles' luck. That's not fair.
That's why it should be Teddy or Carson. The luck balances out.
No.
The two unluckiest motherfuckers. But they did sign Trace McSorley, so there's their true QB2 because Bailey Zappi is just worse. No, Trace is going to be their starting quarterback. Just you watch.
Trace is going to be the next Julian Edelman.
No, that's Malik Cunningham.
Well, I don't want to call Belichick out too much, but there's one distinct feature between Belichick's usual crop of receivers and Malik Cunningham.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on, though, they also signed Riley Reif. Sorry, we've talked about quarterbacks long enough, especially weird theories. You're taking the glasses off for the Riley Reif signing? Not a fan? Or are you mad because I interrupted you? You got to use words.
Moving on, let's talk about real football players that matter.
Riley Reif. What's wrong with Riley Reif? No, like, actually,
really
what do I
bad.
not? I mean,
really bad.
I don't know if I'd say really bad. He's not good. No, he's really bad.
Last year was really bad. Trust me, I tried to gaslight myself into thinking he could be a quality starter too last offseason.
Dude, he started for the Vikings for 3 years. I don't want to hear it from you.
I know. And he started in meaningful seasons for y'all.
Right, that's the issue. See, but it's all right. We ended up with Brian O'Neill. You ended up with Darnell Wright. It's a fucking win-win, though, right?
Win-win.
If you have Riley... Oh, fuck. The Patriots are about to end up with one of the best right tackles in football. That's how that goes. Well, we'll see how Darnell Wright turns out, but odds are. So, then it's a Brian O'Neill. It's a Darnell Wright. Who do the Patriots get? I don't know any college O-linemen, but you know what I mean?
It's Olu and there's Joe Alt.
I don't know who any of those people are, but sure.
I don't know if those guys are left or right tackles. I know about them because of Madden.
There you go.
They're
Let's
in
see.
the custom draft class.
Oh, yeah. They traded. So we've talked about this trade. Doesn't really matter because they just got a draft pick back. But they traded Jonnu Smith to the Falcons.
Yes.
And replaced him with. Well, they already had
I'm
Hunter
sorry,
Henry.
They signed Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki.
Sorry, I got wrong white athletic tight end.
Now they
apologies.
got both white boys. Both of the very mid white boys.
Yeah. Remember when people thought Mike Gesicki was good?
I still think he's good-ish.
Do you know
as a receiver?
What is about to come out of my mouth? You know what's about to come out of my mouth?
He's good if he played slot receiver. Saw, dude.
If the tight end can't block, he shouldn't get the rock.
That was lame. Moving on.
That's
Juju.
like my thing. Yeah, they did sign Juju. Juju is a Belichick receiver.
Do they still have Devontae Parker?
Yes.
And Kendrick Bourne? It's so mid, but I actually kind of like that receiving room. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a lot of mid, but together they're solid.
Right? Like, I
There's
like
not a
Devontae
bad receiver in that room.
It's gotta be Teddy. You gotta bring him back. Teddy and Devontae finally get to go back together.
Yeah. Like, genuinely speaking, there's not a bad pass catcher in that room.
Not really. That's not true.
Out of the starters.
I was going to say Kayshawn.
Well, yeah, but I obviously meant out of the starters. Like, those four, and even Tyquan Thornton's not bad.
Apparently, Kayshawn's being outplayed at receiver by Malik Cunningham already.
Are we shocked?
I don't
think Kayshawn wants to play football.
I just think that's so funny, dude. So good.
Well, I mean, you think about it. You have one guy who has a lot of heart and is really athletic. One guy who is now apparently out of shape and doesn't give a fuck about football. Who do you think's going to play better?
That's true. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. They signed and then cut James Robinson, which, like, what is happening to Bro's career? He's really good. Man. I don't get it. Whose wife did he sleep with?
Bill's, apparently.
But also Robert Sala's and Doug Peterson's? Like, is he just getting at it?
Defense of the Jets, their running back room is fantastic.
Yet they want Dalvin Cook.
Which I don't get. That's so weird. Like, Michael
Probably
Carter's
because Breece Hall is injured and Michael Carter was not that good. He got outplayed by James Robinson.
Michael Carter's a good RB too. Cam Knight looked nice last year. They just drafted Abanikanda. And then Breece Hall, when he's healthy, is the top 10 running back.
But Dalvin Cook. New running back one, I guess. I don't.
Kind of washed.
I mean, yeah. Well, who knows? See, what's going to happen is because I've talked so much shit, he's going to go somewhere. He's going to go 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns. Just to make me look like a fucking idiot for talking so much shit.
That might get Theo Ash bullied off the internet, so...
True.
Here's to Dalvin, baby.
Yeah, right? I still like what Kirk Cousins said.
What did Kirk say?
I still hope, and I know it's probably not likely, but I think there's still a world where Dalvin can come back to Minnesota. And the tweet that showed, like, the video of Kirk saying that, Dalvin liked it. So, like, it's possible, and I'm down. As long as it's not for $15 million a year, if he comes back for, like, 8, let's go. I'm down.
Yeah. Or
Chicago.
What if this means, no, I don't want Dalvin. I was going to say, what if this means Kirk and Dalvin reunite elsewhere?
Oh, so D-Hop and Dalvin are going to New England, and then the reports are already that McVay and Shanahan are going to fight for Kirk. Now Bill's got to throw his hat in there.
No.
Oh.
Shanahan gets a hold of Kirk, Dalvin, and D-Hop somehow, some way.
What the fuck? Dude. Oh, my God. And Shanahan will still blow the lead to lose the Super Bowl again because he doesn't know how to run an offense in the second half of a football game. One of the best play callers in the world suddenly becomes a moron when the second half starts. Am I wrong?
We move on. I was not expecting Shanahan slander today.
I like Shanahan. I'm shocked you're not slandering him for wanting Kirk. But also, I get it. Look at the quarterbacks he keeps dealing with.
Right.
Kirk is at least healthy.
And,
like, let's be honest. What play lost them that Super Bowl? Jimmy G missing a wide open Emmanuel Sanders. Kirk doesn't miss that throw.
Yeah.
In a clean pocket, no shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kirk is better than any quarterback Shanahan's had.
Yeah.
Quite easily.
Even better than Ryan? Matt Ryan.
No, I kind of forgot he had Matt Ryan. I was more alluding to when he was
like
in
as
San
a head
Fran.
coach? Oh, that's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way valid.
Matt Ryan I forgot about for a moment. I should have specified because I kind of forgot that was his work.
Fair.
because Matt Ryan won MVP.
But all the people saying McVay wouldn't want him, McVay worked with him in Washington also. McVay absolutely
McVay
would.
is just Shanahan with extra steps.
Yeah, like they both will want him, especially if Stafford retires.
Yeah,
which is
they
probable.
both work with him, and they both run incredibly similar offenses.
Yeah.
Quite literally, the only difference between their two offenses is that McVay is a little more pass-heavy, and guess what? That's exactly what he's doing right now in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked like
the best he's ever looked
when he did it.
Like,
right, so why would McVay not want that?
Right? McVay's like, we can do that. We can do that here. We can do that.
He's like, hey, if the guy I taught to do that can do that, imagine what I can do.
Right? Absolutely. Now, the
Kirk's
big
gonna
question
be like,
is, do you have the roster?
CJ Ham.
Yeah, right. Oh. Not CJ. CJ is still going to be a Viking. He's got to find
I'm saying
a new
he wants
Ham.
a CJ Ham equivalent.
I see.
And then McVay's going to be like, we got a Skoranek. Then Kirk's going to go, no, I want a real one. And then another fullback's going to get employed, and it's going to make me happy.
There you go. Kirk is going to bring a fullback along.
If Kirk gets a fullback a job, I will push ungodly narratives.
I was going to say, it will suddenly be your second favorite quarterback.
I guess because Brady's retired, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Jabril Peppers.
They brought him back. Or is this?
I don't
no,
know.
He's getting brought back.
This says
he's definitely been in New
signed.
England before.
Jabril Pepper. So did he get traded to somewhere else and now they're bringing him back? So I'm looking at ESPN's list and it shows,
Peppers on a 2-year contract with the base value of $9 million.
Because it shows signed Peppers, Robinson, and Juju in the same thing. So I assumed.
That's weird. No, he played 35.3% of their defensive snaps last year.
They cut and then re-signed Jalen Mills in like a week.
Jalen Mills moment, honestly.
Yeah. Trace McSorley is there, so Brady number 2, I guess. Probably.
Oops.
He throws it on a dime like he ain't even
trying.
Yeah, I guess that's what they got. Apparently the Jets were 4th in the AFC East, and we fucked this up.
They were?
According to ESPN, the Patriots were 3rd. Oh, yeah, remember the game? I'm not surprised you don't. The game that ended like 6-3 or what the fuck ever, that decided the division.
Game.
Yeah. Well, the division loser. But
I do remember that game.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Stinky. God, now that just makes me remember that the Jets had a chance to take Christian Gonzalez before the Patriots did.
Or literally anyone that was a good first round
just
pick.
think about it. 0-1.
Be fair.
0-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not wearing 0 in New England.
Well, yeah, he's wearing 50 because he's a rookie and that's what they wear. Patriots don't have a guy wearing 0.
I thought I saw somewhere he had already gotten a number. I know they do the whole 50 thing for their draft picks. I know.
Still wearing 50.
I thought I saw somewhere he was wearing 32. Interesting.
Icky.
I know, that's such a weird number.
Icky gross.
But I thought I saw somewhere that he was planning on wearing 32. Okay, so he probably will wear 0 for New England because, I don't know, I kind of like that from Belichick. Make him earn it.
Make him earn it. Yeah, remember Mac Jones was rocking 50 until the first preseason game because a quarterback can't wear 50. But
yeah,
I got to double check this now because now I'm scared.
What else did they do? They
specifically
kept Raekwon McMillan.
There was no other signings. We're moving on to the draft class. That's why I brought
Jones.
up what's his idiot in Christian Gonzalez. I love Christian Gonzalez, but still, what's his idiot? Yeah, number 50. Yeah. Number 50, Christian Gonzalez.
Okay. Yeah, no, he'll wear number 0 then. Yeah, so Absolutely. They got the best corner in the class at 17.
After trading
down.
What
the hell?
I hate it. I mean, I love it, but I hate it. You know? It's unfair. Bill doesn't deserve this.
What are you talking about? Bill deserves the world.
Nah.
I'm the world's only Bill Belichick fan outside of New England. I always
like Bill Belichick. He doesn't deserve this. This is cheating.
doesn't he?
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, I see. You're just angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the best defensive
He could have fell
minds
like
ever.
6 more spots, and I would have been so happy.
Yeah, no, you give the best defensive mind ever.
Yeah, I hate it because he's
fucking a corner that was built in a lab.
What are the betting odds for Christian Gonzalez not just being defensive rookie of the year? Give me defensive player of the year.
It's so hard for a corner to win deep play.
Stephon Gilmore did it with Belichick.
Yeah, no, this, if anyone's gonna do it, it'll be Gonzalez.
Yeah.
If you think about it, Belichick, like in recent years, his CB1 has been a weird topic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had J.C. Jackson who had that big year, but then, went to L.A. and became garbage. And then you had Stephon Gilmore for a short amount of time, and then traded him away for a 4th-round pick.
As Belichick do.
Right. And now you get Christian Gonzalez, who, like I said, is a corner that was built in a lab.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of a single thing the guy can't do. He's super smart, super disciplined, really twitchy, really fluid, and stick to a receiver. He's really sticky. He's got good ball skills. He's physical. He'll come up and play in the run game. Like, there's not a single thing this dude won't do. And the league said, you know what, Bill, greatest defensive mind, at least in my lifetime, maybe ever. You can have him. You can have him at 17 after trading down.
I hate it here. I hate this universe we live in.
I mean, I don't understand how you let that happen. And like, there's no real argument for the corners that went ahead of him to be better. Like, I know Devon Witherspoon, people say that. I like Witherspoon more than you do, but even I agree there is a sizable gap between the two. Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah. I chuckle. That sounded so rude, but like, come on, man. Come on. It's not even close.
Witherspoon's going to be good. I like Witherspoon. Emmanuel Forbes fits well in Washington's defense.
And Ron Rivera's a good coach, so he'll probably be good.
They'll both be good.
But Gonzalez is going to be a top 5 corner.
Gonzalez is by the end of his rookie year.
Yep.
Like, this is what we just saw with Sauce Gardner, but someone who might be a better prospect. I would say is a better prospect.
I personally wouldn't, but I was
close
really
at the
high.
very least.
Yeah.
They're 1A and 1B either way you cut it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I personally favor Gonzalez, and maybe that's a little bit of recency bias, but either way.
Dude, the way corners are going to be in the NFL for the next while is scary. Oh, the young guys are taking over.
I was going to say, we are seeing a changing of the guard at corner right now.
Yeah.
And the Bears might have gotten one of the ones that's going to be elite, and I love that. Tyreek Stevenson.
Oh. I was thinking, who the fuck are you talking about?
You got to remember, even before the draft, I was a big Stevenson guy.
I know. No, I was just I kind of didn't think you were talking about rookies. I was like, Jalen's good, but he's not that good. Stop it.
He's not.
Stop it, you
Jalen's
freak.
Jalen could be a really solid CB1 or like a great CB2.
Yeah. But
if he even stays in Chicago, because Tyreek Stevenson is kind of like the same type of player. So they might.
I know I'm a big Bijan Robinson fan. I'm still mad that the Falcons passed on Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, imagine him and AJ Terrell.
Would have been so good. I'm still so mad. Especially because the Falcons have like decent running back. That's not important. This is some bullshit. Yeah. So now we got to get into like, I don't know if either of us liked anything else the Patriots did. So
I liked a little bit they did. Not the next pick, but after that.
Second round, the Patriots picked defensive end Keon White, who was like 32 and was bad at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, like he was my 18th ranked edge. And
he's a developmental guy, but he's old, so he's not
I'll
developmental.
give Belichick some credit here, because if he went to another team, I'd be a lot more negative towards this. But with Belichick, it kind of makes sense, because he runs this hybrid front where tweeners can not only survive, but even thrive. And that's what Keon White is. He is a tweener. And he's got good discipline. Like, he's a good character guy, and obviously we know Belichick loves his guys that are just going to come in and do work. He's got absurd athletic tools. I mean, he's a converted tight end that just put on, like, a bunch of weight, and they put on the defensive line, and then coached really poorly because the coaching at Georgia Tech sucked ass. But, like, I don't know. He struggles diagnosing the run a lot. Like, there's a lot of instances where he'll be engaged with a blocker and someone will run by him and he won't notice, and then like 2 seconds later they're 5 feet ahead of him. He's like, oh, I was supposed to do something there. And like, I don't know, like you said, 6-year college veteran. He's 24 years old as it stands. Really bad testing despite being so freakishly athletic on tape. Poor balance. Like, he gets uprooted and tossed around. So if anyone can make a guy like this work, it's Bill.
True.
And also there was a big run on edge rushers like right before this, so I get why he was so like ready to pull the trigger on one. This is early for me. I don't love Keon White.
But everybody else had him going in the first, so I don't.
Which is insane.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Yeah,
I don't get the hype. I don't get
the rationale there. Like, sure, he's an athletic edge, but there were better athletic edges. Like,
I saw people try. I loved listening to people try to Daniil Hunter, Rashawn Gary type guy him, and it's like, that doesn't work. He's too old. The reason you took those two was because they were like barely 20, and like you're gonna have them forever. So even if it takes them 4 years to get a hold of it, they're 24. Like,
yeah, no. If anything, this is like Arden Key.
Yeah,
that's who he reminds me of. Is like Arden Key, but way more athletic. Yeah,
I liked Arden Key. We see how that turned out, but also the Raiders. So
he's been okay.
Yeah, that's true. But Raiders. Raiders will Raider. And Belichick will Belichick and pick players that don't make sense.
Yeah, I don't like Keon White. But again, this is very much a pick where, just like Cole Strange last year, we're like, Bill, what are you doing? This is way too early. And then he looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he will, but this is a player that has that potential.
Yeah. And it's a defensive guy, so Bill's going to have his fingers all over it.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on to the third round, we had Marte Mapu.
Yeah, Marte Mapu out of Sacramento State.
I got nothing here.
Yeah, so Mapu played linebacker in college, but is probably going to be more of a safety in the NFL. Like, we were talking about their safety room. They've got Jabril Peppers. Yep. They've got the other dude that's a little versatile. I can't think of his name. Then they've got Adrian Phillips. And this is your Adrian Phillips replacement long term. He was my 9th ranked safety, which in hindsight feels low, but considering he was a Sacramento State guy, I didn't want to rank him too high.
Yeah.
But you're looking at just a really lengthy, tough safety that's going to be able to keep up with tight ends very well. He's hard to block, really good strength because of that linebacker background he has. Super instinctive in run defense, super instinctive in zone. It's their defense really well. Like I said, as the way Belichick likes to run his fronts. Like, the way Belichick likes to do things is he likes a 5-1, where he's got 5 defensive linemen, 1 linebacker. That 1 linebacker needs to be like a true thumper, like Juwan Bentley. And then he'll bring his safeties up into the box and mess around with that. And Mapu's great for that. And he's just like the most Belichick player ever, because he's just this like compact, super smart, super disciplined, small school, like hard-nosed player that just gets shit done. He's also pretty athletic to match with it. So like, this was an awesome pick, a little bit higher than I would have taken him, but
he's also still listed as a linebacker. They have switched people around, so it's not like they're just going off of what he was drafted as.
You can make him work either way.
I was going to say, what does it change your opinions on the pick if he's a linebacker and not a safety?
No, because that just makes him an athletic linebacker that hits really hard.
Fair enough.
And like I said, that's what Belichick wants in a middle linebacker. So I'll put it this way. He's either replacing Adrian Phillips or Juwan Bentley. Like long term, that's your hope for him.
Fair enough. Then Belichick in the 4th round took Jake Andrews, center out of Troy.
Yeah, I didn't watch him before the draft. I'm not gonna lie. I did a little bit after. And
we can't hype this pick, right?
Oh no, he's just an undersized, unathletic center that'll be a solid backup.
What pick was Weipler? Oh yeah,
The 6th.
This is a weird question. Is he related to David Andrews or whatever the name is of the current center? I know it's Andrews.
Right. I don't know.
Like, is that what it is? Because Andrews is in his 30s, so like it might be time to push him out. Or we just same last name mean good player? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't like it. Weipler
screams
existed.
like solid career backup to me. So yeah, this is a pretty mid pick.
Weipler.
Yeah.
Also in the 4th round, we got kicker Chad Ryland out of Maryland. Woo kicker. I don't know anything about Ryland. Well, yeah, because Moody went in the end of the 3rd to the Niners, so Bill got scared, took kicker, which is valid because Nick Folk sucks. So
Nick Folk does suck.
So,
but I don't know. I don't love taking a kicker this early.
Yeah, and I don't love fullbacks getting drafted. If you're gonna be a cunt, I'll be a cunt too. Kicker.
And I forgot you hate fun.
No, I just love kickers. I don't understand the disrespect.
It's not even disrespect. It's just like, I don't know. We've had this discussion
before. If you had Justin Tucker in the draft class, you take him first overall.
Well, that's different. Justin Tucker, greatest kicker of all time. Chad Ryland.
We don't know. He might be greatest kicker of all time. We don't know.
Belichick will be.
Look at Gostkowski. Look at Vinatieri.
And Vinatieri.
Bastard. So Ryland is about to be all-time great level of kicker. So cheers. He's wearing number 62 at the moment. So W for him.
Oh, no.
That's just the Belichick thing, I think. I hope. I really don't.
He's doing a little trolling.
I really don't want to see a kicker rocking 62. I really don't. Moving on, 4th round, we got guard City Sow out of Eastern Michigan. What a name.
Awesome pick. Yeah. This is a guy that, like, deadass could end up being a starter for them long term. Like, he's a great athlete. He's got a sick, mean streak to him. Like, he wants to rip people's faces off when he's blocking. The only complaints I have with him is obviously playing at Eastern Michigan. Level of competition isn't fantastic. And he needs a little bit of work around the edges, but we've seen Belichick develop interior linemen and do pretty good at it. You know, like Cole Strange, we're a year removed from that, and he was awesome. City Sow is more athletic, meaner, and has better tools than Cole Strange. So, if he can work that out, that would be fantastic for the Patriots. Like, he can be a starter. I guess not. Well, I don't know. They just got rid of Shaq Mason. If he has a really good camp, he could be a starter.
They got rid of Shaq Mason last year. Who was their other guard?
Oh, yeah, they did, because they gave Shaq
was on
Mason
the Bucs.
to the Bucs. That's right. I forgot. Okay, never mind then.
But who was their other guard?
Was.
Fuck, I have their roster up. Why don't I look, you fucking idiot? Well, there's only 2 guards listed on their roster because everyone else is. Oh, Mike Onwenu and Cole Strange.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
he's not starting over Onwenu.
No.
So unless Cole Strange is fully moving to center.
Interesting.
Because where is Andrews? Wait, hold up.
He retire?
I don't know. Wait, what do we not know? David Andrews. Is that is the right name?
Oh, he's still around.
But he's not listed on their roster? Maybe,
Wikipedia's
or is he
got him
listed?
listed.
Yeah. Or is he listed as a center? Okay, he's just listed as a center. Okay.
Yeah,
Every
NFL
other
scouting.
offensive lineman is just listed as offensive lineman. So,
Okay.
like,
Interesting.
yes. So I saw everybody else except him. It's like, what? But yeah,
Yeah.
so, but Andrews is getting old. And Onwenu, have they paid him yet?
I don't know.
I got to double check because that just might be the plan. Onwenu might just walk.
All right. While you do that, I'm going to talk about Antonio Maffi so we can keep this thing rolling.
Yeah, go. Yeah, we're taking a long time on the Patriots.
Yeah.
We should move.
So Antonio Maffi was another good pick. Right around when I would have taken him. Just a great get off, great athlete, like freakish core strength. And he worked with the Patriots at the Shrine Bowl, so if you can polish him a little bit, he's another guy that can compete for a starting guard job and starting interior line job, whatever you want to call it. So 4th, 5th round, 2 really good guards from the Patriots here. And I like the process a lot. And then Sean.
So Onwenu is a free agent after this year. And you draft 3 guards in the last 2 years. That kind of signals to me Onwenu's gone.
Yeah.
I just don't yet. So there's, I guess, maybe a world where Onwenu's traded by the beginning of the year.
That would be interesting.
It's like if you aren't going to re-sign him, you pull a Shaq Mason and you just get something.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a lot because last year of his deal, whatever, that's how that works. And if you're moving off of him, teams know it's just because you're not going to keep him. So it's like, we're not going to give you that much. We'll give you a 4th round pick. And Bill goes, all right, be the next Mike Onwenu. No.
The only issue is I don't know how much you trust Sal or Mafia to start day one.
Fair. Well, that's why I said there's a world because through training camp, if you feel it, you feel
That's
it.
That's true. Yeah.
I love Onwenu, so the Vikings should go get him.
Keyshawn was drafted by the Patriots.
Man, it is the fall of Keyshawn Booty is wild.
Yeah.
Like a year ago this time, he was thought of as a consensus 1st round pick. And now he's not even going to make the roster out of camp. I mean, I still don't. I don't know. That whole situation's odd.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, it's not as awful as as a lot of things could be. He's not Deshaun.
Yeah. Right. He's just immature, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But Belichick looks at receivers like that, and he's like, you know what? I can fix them.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes Antonio Brown plays like 2 games for you. So we'll have to see. But I mean, not only is the off the field stuff goofy, but like he tested horribly.
Yeah.
Apparently he's out of shape. Like physically, he looks bigger. He only had like 29-inch vert, which means he must have put on weight.
And then he's getting outplayed in camp by Demario Douglas and Malik Cunningham. So like,
yeah,
dog, you're done.
On the bright side, it's the 6th round, so
that's
Belichick
true.
has to cut his losses. He has to cut his losses. You know,
that is a pretty high upside guy. Like just as a talent to just go. Yeah, let's give her a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and it's a 6th round pick. Yeah, sometimes they're Brady. Most of the time, they don't even make the roster. That's just how it goes.
And then after that, punter.
Woo! I don't fucking get it, but all right.
And then wide receiver Demario Douglas, who you just mentioned out of Liberty, who to me is just Diet Tank Dell.
Fair.
Like he's the same type of player, real small, good route runner, hard to get your hands on, but if you do, he's cooked.
It's because Bill
really dynamic.
It's because Bill wants Malik, and so got to go get Malik's wide receiver 1. That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can also be a really good return man. So like that's a solid pickup.
See, I don't know if the return man matters because of Marcus Jones. They already have a really good one.
Or
true. Or you actually want to use Marcus Jones for other things?
Right.
Yeah, I get it. Fair
And
enough.
they were using Marcus Jones on offense last year. You can do that with Douglas.
Yeah.
I mean, then you've got Amir Speed and Isaiah Bolden, both guys who, I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch before the draft.
Nope, I got nothing.
They both ran a 4.3.
Ooh, so Speedy Boy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Isaiah Bolden I know a little bit more about. He's a Jackson State guy, which is awesome. He's just really strong and physical and will pop somebody on special teams. He seems like a Belichick guy.
There you go.
I feel like Belichick's going to like him on special teams. And honestly, this is the most Belichick draft I can think of.
Outside of the first round where he made a pick that makes sense.
Right. You've got scheme fit defensive players early on, high character small school guys throughout the draft, and then that one rando that's kind of a piece of shit that Belichick thinks he can fix.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very Belichick. It's very Belichick. All right, let's move on. Fuck, we got to grade them. Why do I always want to skip the grades?
You're scared of school.
Nah, I'm scared of how dumb I sound every time I grade an off-season, and everything I said was bad ends up being good, and everything I said was good ends up bad. That's how it always goes.
Plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Did you say B plus or C plus?
B.
Yeah, okay.
B is in Bill.
I'm thinking B.
I just like their late round guys a lot.
That's valid.
And then Gonzalez. And then their free agent signings were nice. Like, I think Juju is a perfect Belichick receiver.
Yeah.
Retain their guys.
Trace McSorley, it's a B.
Yeah.
I like it. All
right, so what's next? Jets.
Nathaniel Hackett's their new OC.
And they traded for Rodgers. Both things we've already talked about. So for the sake of time, we can skip over them.
But also big moves because they now have the first or second best QB in the division.
Yes,
like
and the best QB in their history.
Yeah, actually, that's so unfortunate. I'm so out on Joe Namath. He was so not good at football. I hate having to say that. He's literally famous because he called his shot once. He
called his shot and women thought he was hot.
Yeah, he was bad, but he called his shot and won. So that's what he was. Jimmy
Oh my
G.
God, he was Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, he was Jimmy Garoppolo with confidence.
Let's go. I love that we both went there. I love that we both went right there. That's so good. So
and a conventionally attractive quarterback that's not actually good, except this one did something good.
Yeah, this one called his shot and got it. So GG there, I guess. I'm still mad that Rodgers isn't wearing 12. I hate how he looks in 8. And he's like, yeah, Namath said I could, but, history. Fuck the history.
Dude, this is the same. This is giving, like, LeBron James' son saying, I don't want to wear 23 because I want to make my own legacy.
And then wearing 6.
Right.
He's wearing 6. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And, you know what? At least 8 is what Rodgers wore in college, so, like, it's okay. But what I hate is that all of this means Rodgers is a Viking next year, but we're moving on. That's how it goes, man. He's going to have a bad year in New York, have one incredible one in Minnesota before he gets murdered in an NFC Championship game. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Anyway,
moving on. The Jets a lot, but also not much. Alan Lazard, because the New York
that's
Packers.
Right. They just brought back all of Rodgers' friends.
Yeah.
Lazard, Cobb.
No, Cobb's not there, is he?
Yes, Cobb is there.
Wow. McCole Hardman.
Yeah, they did add McCole, so they got some speed.
Real QB1, Tim Boyle.
Yes, of course, Bears legend.
Yes. Why does the Eagles signing Jalen Hurts appear on the Jets offseason transactions? Okay, ESPN moment, I guess. Yeah, they did. They also signed Al Woods. And
I think Al Woods is kind of solid.
I guess that's it. I swear they did more. Oh, they brought back Adrian Amos. Or no, they brought in Adrian Amos.
Yeah, that was like a last-second thing.
Yeah.
That was at the buzzer.
Was it? How was that at the buzzer?
I don't know. Just let me cook.
Is that the buzzer? Me remembering it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it for again the New York Packers. Man, I don't know. I just assumed he's
Jordy
staying with
Nelson
Rodgers.
TBD. Clay Matthews TBD.
Yeah. Oh God.
Donald
AJ
Drivers
Hawk.
in the building.
AJ Hawk. Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings is too busy putting his family on his back. He's a family man now.
Oh.
Probably. I don't actually know.
Vikings legend
Shout out
Greg Jennings.
Bad and legend Greg Jennings.
Teddy Bridgewater's favorite wide receiver, Greg Jennings. I don't know. The guy who taught Thielen. That's it. That's literally all we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we can get to their draft.
Yeah.
It makes me angry. Inexplainably angry.
You don't like them taking Will McDonald over
Nolan Smith?
Yeah, Nolan Smith and the guy we just talked about, Christian Gonzalez, and maybe some offensive tackles because theirs are bad. Basically all of them were there.
I'm actually okay with the tackle they took. They took one in the 4th round that I kind of like.
You're not a Super Bowl contender betting on a 4th round offensive tackle, really?
Well, if he's your right tackle, maybe.
But that's Mekhi Becton's spot, and you're already struggling there. Well, unless Mekhi turns out to be good, which I hope so, because I thought so.
I'm rooting for Mekhi.
Yeah, I love Mekhi, but Will McDonald fucking sucks, and he doesn't have a farm.
He doesn't suck, but this is a horrible overdraft.
No, I actually just don't like Will McDonald, and this is a
in the
horrible
right defense,
pick.
He can be good. Horrible pick, though, absolutely. Because I'll tell you this. They drafted Jermaine Johnson last year. Mm-hmm. He was a better prospect than Will McDonald. Mm-hmm. They have Bryce Huff. He played really solid last year and will be better than Will McDonald.
Mm-hmm. They still have Franklin Myers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He's good.
I'm looking. I'm cooking.
Carl Lawson's still there. He's good.
Defensive line, Franklin
Myers. Could have taken Nolan Smith. They could have taken, I don't know. I had Will McDonald as edge 12.
Yeah. They still have Carl Lawson.
Yeah, Carl Lawson's nice. He's good.
That's it. That's where it ends.
Yeah. It's a bad pick.
Yeah, that's so useless.
I get why you get excited about Will McDonald because he's fun and he's flashy. But he's 24 years old. He's a terrible run defender. Yeah. Absolutely horrible run defender. He didn't line up as an edge, like an actual edge, a lot in college. They ran this weird 3-3-5 defense. So he was lining up at 4I, which is weird. And also, this is a team that's contending right now. Mm-hmm. You have a 39-year-old quarterback that you just traded a lot for. Why are we not taking a position of need?
Don't say that age. Now I'm terrified. How old was Favre when he became a Viking? 40. I don't like this. Rodgers is actually a Viking, and I hate it.
But
oh fuck.
I don't hate Will McDonald. Like I said, there's a world where he can be solid. He's lengthy, has 35.5-inch arms. He's a good athlete, really good bend, really good get off, understands counters well. He has good balance, a high motor. As a pure pass rusher,
JSN. I'm just thinking of more guys that they could have drafted.
Yeah, I mean, if you line him up as a wide 9 and just have him run straight at the quarterback, that'll work.
Okay, or you could have taken anybody
you don't
else.
Take a player like that in the first round.
No, you take Nolan Smith.
But Nolan's.
I'm gonna be hung up.
You don't have. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I'm trying to think of other guys.
Baby Nolan Smith like that.
Right.
Nolan Smith can be an actual defensive end.
I'm just continuing to yell about. Kalijah Kancey could have been cool.
Yeah,
I really think
Will McDonald, you have to take and line him up as an off-ball linebacker almost, all the way out at a wide 9 and just run him straight at the quarterback. And he'll be good at that. But that's not something you take in the first round. That's a situational edge you take in the 4th or the 5th. Or Will McDonald, I think, was more of a 2nd or 3rd round player. I think he's better than your average rotational edge or your average situational edge. That's the word I was looking for. But first round, terrible.
Kalijah Kancey would have been so fun. Just thinking about that, because Quinnen is already there, so you just get to let KNC go have fun. Oh, that could have been so cool. But the
or
Jets...
you could take an offensive line. You could have done anything else.
Yeah. Speaking of offensive line,
Really
though,
bad pick.
in the second round...
They took Joe Tippmann, who I like, but there's an issue.
Huh.
This man was drafted before John Michael Schmitz.
Wait, was he?
Yes.
Why do I not know that? Oh, yeah, he was, because Schmitz went to the Giants. That's weird.
I get why they did it, but I hate their reasoning.
I don't get why they did it.
Michael Schmitz isn't super athletic, and they run the classic Shanahan wide zone offense. They want an athletic center.
I don't want to hear that from the team employing Mekhi Becton's 400-pound ass to play the Trent Williams role, which is why dude cannot get on the fucking field.
But if you make Mekhi Becton your Mike McGlinchey, that works.
Maybe.
Because Mike McGlinchey... Oh, yeah, but I'm saying he's got the build for it.
That's true.
Plus, they weren't running that type of offense when they drafted him. This is something that came in with Robert Saleh.
But also, but does that change now that Hackett is the one calling the offense? That's not a Shanahan offense.
It's similar. Well, no, I guess no, because Getsy's the one that implemented that in Green Bay. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's not... I don't know. I would assume not, because their entire offense is built for it, but then again, Rodgers could operate a Shanahan offense. It's
Rodgers can do whatever the fuck Rodgers needs to do.
Right.
Like, I know we don't have to completely hate him. He's not a Packer anymore. We can kind of hype him. He can do whatever the fuck needs done. He's Aaron fucking Rodgers. That's a bad man. Yeah.
But I will say, I like Joe Tippmann. I think he's a good center, and I think he'll be good for the Jets, but taking him over John Michael Schmitz is criminal, and there's no real explanation for it.
No. I don't know why I forgot that, but yeah, that's disgusting. I'm mad.
Yeah. And then Carter Warren in the 4th round was nice. He was a really good pass blocker and could honestly start day one for them at tackle, depending on what the hell's going on.
Because Dwayne Brown and Mekhi Becton are old and broken. Respectively.
He's just really technically sound. The only concern I have with him is he's a bad run blocker and he's coming off an injury. But like, I don't know. He seems like a coachable dude. You can get the run blocking stuff worked out. So we'll have to see with that. But I don't
have on their
line. They had a who was their starter tackle last year? Because it wasn't either of those guys, obviously.
The only tackles on their roster: Mekhi Becton, Dwayne Brown, Billy Turner, and Carter Warren.
Huh.
They're regular. So somebody must have walked. They also have I don't know what position these guys are. They just say offensive lineman.
Max Mitchell was the tackle I was thinking of. Max Mitchell is solid.
I mean, you'd be happy if Mekhi and Dwayne are healthy, but one's 38 and one has never played 7 games in a season. So that's scary. And I don't know, Rodgers is old, so good O-line. This is why the McDonald pick was so bad. Their first 3 picks should have been O-linemen. It should have been Anton, Schmitz, and then Warren, or even Osiris Torrance, Tippmann, or Schmitz, and then Warren.
Yeah.
I think tackle's a bigger need just because the two they have are scary. Health reasons. Like, they're good if they're on the field, but I'd rather just have Anton than Dwayne Brown anyways. Anton playing your Trent Williams type role could go hard. Or Broderick Jones. I forgot they were...
Well, no, they missed out on Broderick.
Oh, that's right.
That allegedly was their plan.
That's right.
And then the Steelers traded up and sniped them, so then they panicked.
Because that's why Belichick made that trade for a 4th. I literally knew this. My brain was forgetting the fact that the Jets moved back in the Rodgers deal.
Yeah.
The Jets were at 13 and moved back to 15. Yeah. Goofy. Which apparently actually really fucked them because they ended up with Will McDonald instead of Broderick Jones. But Carter Warren could be fine.
Yeah. Their next pick, Israel Abanikanda. Did you watch him?
No, but also I don't get it. For the same reason
What do you
you
mean?
don't get wanting Dalvin Cook. Their running back room was already full.
Well, the reason I don't hate it is because Abanikanda is just Mostert. So the scheme fit is perfect. We know the wide zone offense likes running back that go burr. And
True.
Bam Knight's not that. Michael Carter's not that. Brees Hall is that when healthy, but we don't know when he's going to be healthy.
And if healthy is going to be the same.
Right. So Abanikanda would work perfectly in this type of offense.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, the only, like, I mean, he is literally Mostert to a T. He's a little bit bigger. Like, he's a thicker Mostert, so he's not quite as fast. But there's no physicality to his game whatsoever. And, I don't know, maybe Prime Mostert could catch the ball a little bit out of the backfield, but he can't. He has nothing on passing downs. Yeah, it's... Hold on.
Okay. Yeah. Quite interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good pick. It was a good pick for the Jets.
I'll take your word for it. I believe you.
Yeah. I don't love Abanikanda as a player, but for the
do
Jets,
I get a
it
yell
works.
about this? For
About
good
what?
reasons. Round 6, pick 184. Zaire Barnes, linebacker out of Western Michigan.
Why
Are you
going to
defend it? Do I still get it? Ivan Pace!
Oh,
Fuck!
yes, of course.
I'm sorry. Dude, there's no way in any world this guy's a better prospect. I promise he does nothing better except be 2 inches taller. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I don't disagree necessarily, no.
God, I just don't get it. I mean, I'm happy about it. The purple team got him, but also, like, he shouldn't have fallen that far, and it makes me angry every time I think about it. And every time I see a way worse prospect get picked just because, like, bit of a height difference.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But looking at Barnes as a player and taking away the Ivan Pace thing, he's a solid developmental linebacker. Like, he's got really good athletic traits. He's going to be a fantastic special teamer right away because he's somebody that's just good at running and hitting people, you know, as special teamers do. And he's somebody that, if they play their cards right, which we know Saleh has been part of defenses with really good linebackers and knows how to develop linebackers.
Doesn't matter. There's no room for him on this team.
Why?
Vikings and North Carolina legend Chaz Surratt is on this team. So
Chaz Surratt, the Jet. Oh, it's over.
It's Mahover. Sorry, Zaire, you will be a special teamer. As CJ Mosley and Chaz Surratt do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that was really rude, but I wanted to look at who their linebackers were and Chaz.
But anyways, really cool name next. Jarek Bernard Converse.
What a name. He also
I bet he's mid.
Borrowed Derek Stingley's number. My God, my brain broke. Couldn't remember Derek Stingley's name. But dude thought he was cool and stole 24 from him, so he must think really highly of himself to wear 24 as a corner.
Which reflects in his play. Because this guy, every play is just like, you know what? The ball is mine. And he attacks it. For better or for worse.
See ball, get ball, man.
Right. He is the most aggressive corner prospect I've ever seen. Again,
honestly,
for
I
better
kind of
or
love
for
that.
worse.
I kind of love.
I mean, he lives
Give
by
me
it and he
Marcus
dies by
Peters. Give me Marcus Peters, but like less dumb. And I don't mean in like the way he makes decisions, just as a human.
Ow. I'm clearly missing something.
Marcus Peters is just a dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
yeah,
like
Converse.
kind of a dirty player, or at least has been. He hasn't played in a while, so like give me all of the upside of Marcus Peters without Marcus Peters, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I like fun corners.
Yeah,
I like
he's
the
fun.
live by him, die by him corners. They're fun. Not as like my corner one, but like
He's like CP4 or 5 in New York right now,
yeah,
so.
he's out there every once in a while, and he's just fucking around. If he's out there, some shit's going wrong anyways. He's either gonna save you or lose you, and either way,
He's either gonna save you or he's gonna get torched.
But see, you're going into it expecting him to get torched anyways. So when he makes the play, you're gonna be so fucking happy. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Also, just too cool of a name. I want him to like beg Converse to make him custom cleats. Let me see some
awesome.
Chuck Taylor cleats out there. That'd be so
That would be
sick.
cool.
And then
and they followed that up by getting one of the biggest steals in the entire draft.
Kuntz.
And Zach Kuntz.
I refuse. Nothing changes that U to make that noise.
Yeah, well,
it's Kuntz.
I don't know how much you know about him as a player.
Nothing, but I still don't understand the pick.
This is the most athletic tight end ever. The most athletic tight end. He had a perfect 10 RAS score.
Really?
Yes. A perfect 10 at 6'7", 255 pounds.
That is a big man. Okay.
Yes. He has an amazing catch radius. He's
according
a really
to the
good
Jets
route runner.
website, he's 6'8", 250. He's 6'8".
Well, there you go.
God damn.
6'7", 6'8", doesn't matter. He big. He big and he fast and he's scary.
Okay, a little less
I'll
confusing.
put it this way. Yeah, for the Jets
The position
and with Aaron
is weird,
Rodgers,
but...
with Aaron Rodgers, this is souped up Robert Tonyan.
But they already have two versions of souped up Robert Tonyan.
Okay, this is souped up Robert Tonyan to the max.
There you go.
Like, here's the thing. Okay, great route runner, really reliable hands, always working. Like, he has been described as a gym rat by every single person that has talked about him. He's a willing blocker, not fantastic, but he does enough. This isn't George Kittle, this isn't Cole Kmet, but he's still above average. And honestly, if you put on a little bit of weight, he could probably be like an outstanding blocker, but that takes away his speed. So
is this just
when you
a
lose,
future kind of pick?
it could be a right
I'm trying
now
to
kind
figure
of
it out.
pick.
I don't know. You don't pay Conklin and Uzama a combined $15 million a year to bench them for a guy. I don't know. Do you?
You don't expect Zach Kuntz to be available in the 7th round.
That's fair, I guess.
Like,
I don't know.
The only
it's
negative
weird.
to him. The
only negative to
him,
the pick is I don't know where he fits in. That's my only issue.
He went to Old Dominion, so competition and whatnot. And he got hurt 4 weeks into his senior year. He was super productive as a sophomore and a junior, and in his senior year, he was on pace to be super productive.
Is kind of a. That's why he
He
fell.
still tested
That's
that
why
great,
he fell.
though. Right, but he still tested insanely.
But it's the think about. I know you're not that big of a basketball guy. Think about Zion. Insane athlete, but that athleticism is what gets him hurt all the time and keeps him off the field.
Well, this was a one-time thing for Kuntz. It's not like he was hurt a lot.
But that's how it started for Zion. He'd never been hurt until he was. And then it trickles.
Sure, we're thinking pessimistically.
Because I have to.
If we hate life, if we hate fun...
No, it's called living life.
Fast,
have you ever existed on Earth? Think pessimistic and you'll be right every time.
No, I am an optimist. I like to think happy thoughts. And Zach Kuntz is going to be God.
Sorry, waiting for you to, I don't know, get struck down. Had to give it a moment.
God is a tight end.
Oh, that's
oh shit! Is that a call from Tony Gonzalez? I'm gonna get shot.
I hope so.
But yeah, no, he's absurd. He was like a third. I had a 3rd round grade on him, and like I said, the only knocks I have against him are playing at Old Dominion, and he's 24. So like those aren't ideal, but that athleticism paired with Aaron Rodgers throwing him the football, if he gets on the field, my God, he can be terrifying. And you can't match up with him. There's no one who can guard a 6'7" tight end that runs that fast.
Yeah, probably not. I was trying to
Right.
think and hope.
Like,
Well, I was thinking
are we bringing?
so I was
We find a
like,
prime Urlacher.
no. See, I was thinking, I don't know, what a like Rashawn Gary, Daniil Hunter, those type of idiots who are that size and freak athletes, but they don't know how to cover, so it wouldn't matter.
Right. Right. The biggest off-ball linebacker is Tremaine Edmonds, and I don't think he's covering Zach
Give me
Kuntz.
Ivan Pace. He's got it.
Zach Kuntz will... Have you ever seen that picture of Manute Bol and Muggsy Bogues standing next to each other with, like, the 4 basketballs stacked up?
Yeah.
That's Ivan Pace guarding Zach Kuntz.
Somehow Ivan's going to win, though, because he'd a goat, so...
Zach Kuntz is going to grab the ball, fall over, like, in the end zone, and then dunk on him.
I love that Will McDonald and Joe Tipman still aren't signed.
I think the Jets regret drafting Will McDonald, and they don't want to pay him.
They might regret Tipman, too, because, you know, working in the same facility, they keep seeing John Michael Schmitz in the other color.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Moving on, though, because the Jets is the Jets, and we have taken a long time. Let's move on to the Miami Dolphins.
A for them, by the way.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Jets, it's got to be an A+. You got the QB.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
QB.
we're doing whole offseason.
Yeah, it's not just the draft, so.
Yeah, because I've got... So my notes I'm using for the prospects are my draft grade video notes, and I had an A next to the Jets, but that's because that's not counting the...
Yep. I'm going A+ just because they got the QB. Oh, fuck, I forgot what the Dolphins did. That's fair. So, number one, they traded for Jalen fucking Ramsey.
Yeah.
So now they have 2 stud cornerbacks, along with somebody else we'll talk about in a little bit, who's also a stud.
And Darth Cater. Cater Kohu. He was one of the best nickel corners in football last year.
Okay.
Cater Kohu, Darth Cater. One of the best nicknames ever.
Yeah, all right.
I'm surprised you didn't know about that being you.
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
You've never heard of Darth Cater?
Not once.
Maybe it's just because I'm around so many Dolphins fans on Twitter.
That could be. I don't talk enough just football to get only football fans following me, so I see some of them, and the ones that follow me get it, but also, fuck, it's the offseason. 99% of everything I talk about is not football at this point.
My For You page on TikTok is getting like that. It's all Spider-Verse and D&D. I'm not complaining, but...
Yeah, my For You page right now is only wrestling. Like WWE. Because I tried... So, I've been talking about WWE again a lot. But I tried to actually, sit down and watch one of the, tried to watch Monday Night Raw. There's too many commercials. So the only way I watch Raw now is there's this dude on TikTok called Santi's app who he reacts to Raw and puts the video of it up and is reacting to it and cuts out all the commercials. So I just watch Raw 2 hours late and watch this dude react to it.
Valid.
But because that's how I watch wrestling, I watch that for an hour every fucking Monday and Friday. So the algorithm goes, oh, wrestling. It's just this guy, though. I don't care about the rest of this. I'm just watching this dude because he doesn't annoy me, and I get to watch, the parts that matter. He cuts out all the filler, which is also great. Yeah, but, sorry, unimportant. David Long Jr.
Great signing. One of the best run-defending linebackers in football.
A lot of re-signings. Oh, they signed Mike White.
Yeah, good backup.
Yeah, they
probably beat the Bills if they had him over Skylar Thompson. In the wild card?
I think if Teddy plays, if Tua plays, if they have Mike White...
There were a lot of quarterbacks that could have played that would have won them that game. Because it was really close despite starting Skylar Thompson.
Because I said at the time, going into that game, it's if Tua or Teddy plays, the Bills lose. Because I had no faith in the Bills last year. They lost it for me very early. Which is sad because I was half right on my Super Bowl prediction, but the Bills failed me. I mean, there was a good reason for the Bills to fail us, though.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's elbow was a problem.
Yeah. We don't speak of him.
Why do we? Oh, yeah, that's right. Miller mad. All right, moving on. Braxton Berrios.
Yeah, the first player in Dolphins history to wear the number 0.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. I
I think
didn't
that's
know that.
fun. I think that's fun.
Yuck. I think it's
Fun punt returner. That's cool.
Let's see. Deshaun Elliott.
Solid signing.
Yeah.
Really nice next to Javon Holland.
They brought back River Craycraft.
Yeah, Wes Welker's protege, who is their wide receiver coach.
They signed Dan Feeney. Okay. I don't know. I'm just going through a thing here. Re-signed a bunch of people. Released.
The thing is, their draft class will be quick.
That's true. And let's move on to that Dolphins draft class.
All 4 players.
Hey, let's start it off with a dub, though.
Yeah. Cam Smith,
love
this is your boy.
Cam Smith.
I can talk about him.
Let's go.
I can talk about him.
No, okay. I love Cam Smith so goddamn much. This is bullying at this point. Like, I get Christian Gonzalez to the Patriots was like, that was pretty good. Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Cam Smith, Darth Cater, apparently. That matters. Dude, the Dolphins are assembling their infinity corners over here.
I was going to say, if you say DBs, they've already got it because you add Von Holland is like the 5th stone.
Aren't there 6?
Well, Deshaun Elliott's solid, but we don't have to put him in with the Infinity Stones.
No, that's why I said they're assembling their Infinity Corners, DBs, whichever one you want to go with. They're assembling.
How many
them.
Infinity Stones are there?
6.
I thought there were 5.
No, okay. 1 on each finger and the thumb.
And the one in the middle.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay.
Then
they have it. They have the Infinity DBs because we can throw Deshaun Elliott in as the 6th one.
There you go. But yeah, Cam Smith is awesome, and he's just great as a man corner, which is obviously what the Dolphins want. That's all they got. We're going man to man with everybody, and
they're going to be running a lot of quarters. They brought in Vic Fangio.
What a fucking corner room to just run man on everybody. Which, I mean, you need it. Your division's got either scary good receivers, like with Stephon Diggs and Garrett Wilson, with good depth behind them, or they're the Patriots and there's just 7 good receivers on their roster. Like, none of them are Diggs, but they're all starter level. Like, they're all, a top 3 receiver on any team except the Bengals. But the Bengals don't count. They cheated.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't like Cam Smith quite as much as you did, but this was a great pick. And he fits their corner room so perfectly. Because now you've got the opportunity to have him and Xavier Howard on the outside, and you can let Ramsey cook in that, like, star role he loves so much.
Yep.
And then, like I said, you're running that quarters with Fangio.
Yep. And
he ran a lot of that at South Carolina. And
Fangio's a guy who, again, just knows how to develop a corner. Cam Smith can be this team's version of Patty Surtain.
Let's settle down.
No.
Let's settle down.
No. Hey, I promise you Cam Smith's not getting cooked by Sam Darnold. Promise.
He didn't get cooked by Sam Darnold. He got cooked by someone who...
It was good coverage. It was good coverage, and it wasn't even that good of a throw. Bro just wasn't paying attention. He got cooked by Sam Darnold.
Wait, is that the DJ Moore play, or are you talking about a different one?
Different one. It was
I was going to say, because DJ Moore got Surtain.
DJ Moore got Surtain. No, it wasn't even bad coverage. Sam Darnold. But that's the thing. Cam Smith ain't getting beaten by Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Am I just being I'm not even a Patty Surtain hater. I'm just a Cam Smith lover. There's a difference. I love Cam Smith.
But yeah, Cam Smith's good.
Yeah, good
and then their next pick.
Devon A-Chain, really you go.
Fit. Yeah, Devon A-Chain, speed is what he is. We just talked about Abandakanda going to the Jets. He's better Mostert.
But on the same team as Mostert, which is good.
Yes.
Because all of these little speed guys have injury issues. So just get 10 of them, and you can just not let any of them get hurt and just rotate it.
Because that's that's what A-Chain is. He's like 5'8". Like, I think he's technically 5'8.5".
Yeah.
But again, another little just really, really fast guy. But I like him a lot because his vision's really good and he's really patient. So he's not somebody that just hits a hole immediately or runs immediately and has to figure it out. Like, he'll sit there, he'll wait, and then he'll hit his hole. He can run routes from the slot. Like, if you line him up in the slot on like a 5 wide, you know, because we know the Dolphins love their chess pieces, love moving people around.
Mm-hmm.
You can make him work there. He's got really good like stopping and starting ability. This is just giving Mike McDaniel, who, as we all know, is the best run game coordinator in football, saying, hey, here's a souped up version of that Mostert guy that had like an ungodly playoff performance for you. And also, like, now you have really fast receivers and a great fullback that you can like throw defenses off with, and a quarterback who's really accurate and has chemistry with these guys. Go fuck everybody up. Like, I don't even like A-Chain that much, if I'm being totally honest. I was a little bit lower on him than a lot of people seem to be. But he is perfect for McDaniel. I love this fit. Again, just like Abanikanda with the Jets, I wouldn't like this nearly as much for another team, but in a wide zone offense, it's perfect.
Yeah. Other than when he loses his starting job to Dalvin Cook, which we can say about every team in this division, oddly enough. They all want Dalvin Cook. Yeah. The AFC.
Yes.
To be fair, any team should, like, kind of want Dalvin. Put the feeler out.
Not the Bears.
No, even they should. Put the feeler out there. You're saying if Dalvin Cook was like, give me the vet minimum, I'll come play for your team.
That's a different
Well, that's
story.
what I'm saying. You put the feeler. Every single team should put the feeler out there. Same with D-Hop. I don't care who you are. Put the feeler out there, because there's a world where D-Hop, you know, he's made his, you know, we need stability, I need a good defense, whatever. But there's a world where you're the team that's like, do we really need, like the Eagles, do we really need D-Hop? No. Should you put the feeler out there anyways? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, duh. Every team should. Now,
I get the Bears signed D-Hop.
That'd be awful. I'd hate it.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
Yeah. Imagine if
Chase
the
Claypool
Vikings
suddenly
do it.
wide receiver 4.
I want the Vikings to do it so bad.
Why would he go to the Vikings? That's not a fun team.
What do you mean?
There's no stability there. Your quarterback doesn't love football. He loves theater.
What?
Kirk doesn't love football.
I don't think you can say that about Kirk. I don't think that one's valid. I think there's a lot of things you can say about Kirk that are valid, but not that one.
D-Hop doesn't like goofy white people at quarterback.
Then why does he keep talking about going to the Patriots?
Because he knows they're starting Teddy.
Oh. Well, damn.
I got you there.
Dude, imagine. I'd be so happy. Teddy, Dalvin,
yeah.
add D-Hop just because. Sorry, not important.
Yeah,
don't know why we're on the
another
Dalvin
receiver,
Cook train.
Elijah Higgins out of Stanford. This is an interesting pick because, again, like this type of offense, it's perfectly. Think Alan Lazard with Luke Getsy. Think Jawan Jennings in San Fran. Where he's not technically a receiver. He's like a wing tight end. Where he's a really good blocker and he's going to like crack block people. And every once in a while he'll leak out and make like a really big catch and everybody will go crazy and swear he's like this amazing deep threat. But in reality, he makes like 2 plays a game.
So he's... Oh, God, what the fuck is that dude's name?
He's Alan Lazard.
No.
He's Jawan Jennings.
No. Actual
Not who you're
dude.
thinking of.
Raiders guy. Oh my God, what the fuck is... Keelan Cole.
Oh.
Yeah, actual. See, but like, why draft receiver?
Because they don't have a receiver that's a great blocker, and that's what they want. Like I said, he's not technically
He's not even
a
going to make
receiver.
the roster.
Yes, he will.
So
the skill set he
Waddle
has,
and Tyreek are 1 and 2. No question.
I guess Cedric Wilson
Robbie
can
Anderson,
kind of do what he
Cedric
does.
Wilson, Freddie Swain, Eric Azukanma, River Craycraft, and Braxton Berrios. That's 8 guys he has to beat out.
Yeah, true. And I guess Now that I'm thinking about
Like,
it,
they
Cedric
have so
Wilson
many
can
needs.
kind of
That's a
do what he
bad
does.
spot. Yeah.
I don't know. I see the vision.
I think
see
Freddie
why
Swain
they'd like
could
him.
too, but
How big's Freddie Swain?
6
Don't
foot,
know
197.
anything about him. How big's Higgins?
No idea.
He's got to be bigger than
Higgins
that.
isn't. Oh, Higgins is listed as a tight end. Never mind.
Well, yeah. See, that makes it even easier.
So he's making the roster because, oh my God, Durham Smythe is their best tight end. So yeah, Higgins is.
Like I said,
Okay,
he's not
but then-
technically a receiver, but also not technically a tight
Why
end.
didn't they draft Kuntz? I know it's Kuntz, but that U doesn't make that noise.
Because he's not as good of a blocker.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know. I like the fit. It makes sense for him.
Okay. Having him at tight end makes it bug me less, because if you drafted him as a receiver and still had him listed at that, that's just a waste of a pick.
Like I'm saying, even
get
if he
it's the
played
6th
receiver
round,
for them.
But
Okay, but even if he's listed at receiver for them, he
wouldn't
still
make the
wouldn't be
roster.
playing wide receiver.
No, but he wouldn't make the roster. Probably.
Yes, okay.
I don't know.
Like I said, the position he's playing is like a weird
It's fair.
middle ground between receiver and tight end. It's like a wing tight end is essentially what it is. But they're having receivers play the role because they're better pass catchers.
Sure.
So like I said, Alan Lazard in Green Bay and what he's going to do now in New York. Jawan Jennings in San Fran. Those are like the two big examples. Those are the two best ones at it. That's what this guy
Why did he
is.
spend more time on this draft class than the Jets one? It's 4 dudes.
I don't know.
Moving
They're
on,
more
Ryan
interesting.
Hayes.
Cool athletic blocker.
Dude.
Just a good depth lineman. There's
Dude.
nothing to talk about
He's a
here. He's
dude.
just an athletic lineman. Dolphins did good. A.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an A. It's like, what are they doing free agency? Nothing. But Jalen Ramsey. A.
Yes. And then Bills. What did they do in free agency?
I have no idea.
Anything?
I have no
Anything?
idea.
They lost their defensive coordinator during free agency.
Yeah, Leslie Frazier decided he's taking a step back from football.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't a free agent thing, but it is kind of.
Mhm.
DeMar Hamlin is cleared to play football again.
Yeah.
So like
which
that's
is
a
amazing.
W. So yeah.
They added Poona Ford. They added
Ooh.
Taylor Rapp. They added Damian Harris, which is a nice signing. They added Leonard Floyd.
David Quessenberry. Leonard
Added
Floyd is
Deontay
big.
Hardy.
Trent Sherfield
They
is big.
added Connor McGovern. That's good depth on the line.
He'll start.
Yeah, that's true. He will start. I
and-
kind of forgot their line sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
they
Shaq
added Trent
Lawson.
Sherfield.
Yeah,
He
Shaq Lawson.
re-signed.
Yeah. ESPN says he signed, so
He re-signed. They lost Edmonds, which is pretty sizable.
yeah.
It was a top 10 linebacker. That's
And they
rough.
didn't really replace him. They signed Latavius Murray for some reason.
They did replace him. We'll talk about him during the draft.
Ivan Pace didn't go to this team. What do you
Cam
mean?
Dantzler.
Yeah. Dude, what is up? What did he do? Cut by the Vikings. Makes no sense. He was our best corner. Then signs with the commies and gets cut before ever practicing. Well, I don't know what he did. And now he's a Bill. Let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Probably a long time. The Bills' corners suck. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna say
that's
outside
it.
of Trey White, but even Trey
Yeah.
White might be bad now. Unfortunate, but true.
But anyways,
First
moving on to
pick,
the draft.
Dalton Kincaid. I hate it.
Okay, you say your piece and then I'll play devil's advocate because I also don't like it, but
There's
I see why
nothing
they
to
did it.
but you don't. Because they
Yeah.
don't like him in that role, and I've already said they can't figure out how to use him. There's no more devil's advocate. They drafted him for a role and can't figure out how to use him in that role because they realized they drafted Dawson Knox again. Not even better Dawson Knox. It's just Dawson Knox.
I think that's underselling Kincaid as a pass catcher
It's not.
and giving him too much credit as a blocker.
It's not. dude.
Because Knox is a mid blocker and a mid pass catcher. Kincaid's a really good pass catcher and a really bad blocker.
But you could have just taken a really good blocker who isn't even that far behind as a pass catcher in Michael Mayer if you really wanted a tight end.
You could have.
Or, you could have actually focused on an issue with your team. Like, I don't know, the offensive line, the secondary, when Joey Porter Jr. was right the fuck there. Or Anton Harrison. You could have just said fuck the Jaguars. I know they wouldn't have made that trade if we wanted him. So say you want Kincaid and then take Anton Harrison. Who cares? It's the Jaguars. Ooh, they won't deal with me anymore. Fuck them.
Here's my thing. I know with the information we have, it doesn't seem like this is the case. But on paper, drafting Kincaid says to me, hey, look, Travis Kelce has been giving us pain for years now. Let's draft a guy who can just do what he does and line him up in the slot and give us a dynamic playmaker not named Stephon Diggs. Which seems like to anyone with common sense to be the clear route for Dalton Kincaid. Apparently they don't see him as that. I don't know why.
Maybe because he's not as good as everybody thought. I really didn't like Kincaid. So
I thought Kincaid was fine. I wasn't blown away by him, but I thought he was fine.
Nah, I just didn't like him, and you have so many holes, another tight end, or even a receiver, unless you had JSN or Quentin Johnston only because of his upside, JSN because he can actually do what Travis Kelce does. Kincaid cannot.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce does give you fits with what he does. Kincaid is not the same type of player as Kelce. I get shitty blocker, good catcher. He doesn't have the skills as a route runner to do that. He doesn't.
Absolutely not.
JSN did. So trade up. Trade up.
No, I agree. I don't think it was the best pick either. I'm with you. I think this was a bad decision.
But when you need tackles,
see a world where it works.
When you need tackles.
And they just straight up
I get your receivers are an issue. Why is Diggs having a problem with them right now? Do you actually know it came out?
No, I didn't see it, actually.
Because he took a pay cut this offseason, so they go get D-Hop. And then they aren't even talking to D-Hop. So instead of Kincaid, you could have just signed D-Hop. Yeah. And that would have been better in every way. Because D-Hop actually has, usable skills. And, Diggs wouldn't hate you, so that's a step.
But
so I just...
Again, I'm with you. I don't love the pick either.
O-line would have been big. You could have taken D-line. Nolan Smith was here. So was Mozzie.
That was my thought. Mozzie would have been fantastic. But Mozzie, Keanu Benton, any interior defensive lineman would have been great here.
Joey Porter Jr.
Because if we remember...
Kelce gives us all these problems, Brian Branch?
Right.
I don't know. This is the most brain-dead Bean thinks he's the smartest guy in the room when actually he's the dumbest type of pick, and it makes me angry. The Bills needed help, and you got none. You got a guy that apparently you can't even figure out how to fucking use. I'm so mad. I would have said they should have picked Osiris Torrance there, but instead in the second round, somehow Osiris Torrance falls. So that's a W. Big L to big dub.
Yeah, I think the big thing with Torrance, how I rationalize Torrance falling, because there's not a real reason or real way to do it, but to me, it's okay, half the league, if not more than half the league, runs these wide zone offenses, right? Torrance, not a wide zone dude. He is a mauler. He is, we're going to run power, we're going to run duo, we're going to run some pin and pulls, and Torrance is just going to run you over like a Mack truck.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a shifty guard that's ooh, I'm going to go over here now. Ooh, I'm going to go over here now. It's not him. That is why I think he fell. But even then,
I still stand by the Giants should have drafted him and John Michael Schmitz and suddenly had the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, because the Giants don't run wide zone. They run the fucking powers
and
Especially if
Evan Neal can step up, that line would have gone so hard. Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You want to give Daniel Jones the chance to look good on that contract? Give him 98 seconds to throw every play.
Yeah. And the big thing with Torrance for Buffalo is you look at that offensive line. There's no one there that strikes fear into your opponent. There's no one there that's going to set the tone for you.
Deion Dawkins, maybe, but that's a tackle, different type of player.
But he's a different type
also.
of player.
Yeah.
That's my point.
You're right.
He's not somebody that, like, Deion Dawkins is really good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You worry about Deion Dawkins.
But he doesn't,
He doesn't strike
I'm back
fear
to what you
into
mean.
your heart. Osiris Torrance will eat you alive. When you get into January and you want to run the football, because we all know Buffalo cannot do that, having a guy like that is huge. All of the best offensive lines have that big mauler, right? All of the contending offensive lines have that big mauler. You have like 3 of them in Philly. Creed Humphreys like that in Kansas City. Those are your 2 Super Bowl teams. You look at the Bengals, or the Bengals. We'll just...
Both sides
look
have
at the Niners.
a team that
Look at
just
the
doesn't
Niners.
have a mauler.
That whole line is that.
Kinda.
Like, even if you look at, like, Miami, oh my God.
Oh, Robert Hunt or Teron Armstead? Which one are you going for?
I was thinking Armstead, but Hunt, too. Yeah, you've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like, all of the best offensive lines, even fucking Chicago, terrible offensive line, they've got Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah.
That's what that man is.
You know what Minnesota doesn't have? That guy.
Yeah, and that's why Minnesota's
Ezra
offensive line,
Cleveland
despite being
should be that
solid,
guy, but he just won't.
Yeah.
He's timid.
it's a solid offensive line, but it doesn't have like it doesn't have this crazy upside of, oh my God, it's going to strike fear into your heart.
Right.
Detroit, literally all 5 guys. You need a guy like that on your offensive line. And this isn't me pushing some old school
it's
bullshit.
true.
This is tried and true. Every great offensive line has at least one. Buffalo, this is that guy.
I'm trying to go through it for teams, and I'm still stuck on Minnesota. I was like, Darisaw, different kind of lineman. He's not
Brian
that.
O'Neill's not like that.
No, because they're both more, they're just too damn good, but they're more like almost finesse guys. They just...
That's almost how you want your line to be built nowadays, is your tackles are kind of finessey, and then you have that guard or 2 guards or center that just eats people.
And that's why Garrett Bradbury's the problem, and we should have got John Michael Schmitz, and it would have gone so hard. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Anyways,
but Osiris Torrance is great. Big
Buffalo
W.
now,
Best W.
Yeah. Think about it like this. You're in January. You're up by 10 in the playoffs. You start handing the ball off to
James Cook. James Cook.
I was thinking about the running back they just signed, Damian Harris.
Why the fuck would you hand it to him?
Damian Harris is good.
James Cook.
I mean, James Cook is good too, but I'm thinking of somebody that's going between the tackles.
James Cook.
I like Damian Harris between the tackles
is
more than I
smaller
like James
than Cook.
Is he?
I believe so, yeah. I'll double check it,
He doesn't
but I'm
play
100%
like it.
sure.
Because Damian Harris to me is like the same dude as David Montgomery.
Damian Harris is like, am I on drugs? I might be. 5'11", 213, and I'm trying to think, because I always thought he was just more of a pass catcher. Am I on drugs?
No, Damian Harris is your classic one cutback.
Okay. Yeah,
like I said, he's the same type of dude as David Montgomery.
James Cook.
James Cook's really good, don't get me wrong.
No,
I'm just
looking
saying
at
for
the
this
size
specific
thing.
situation.
Specifically. 5'11",
Okay.
one, they're like the same fucking size. James
Okay.
Cook is skinnier, but that makes sense because he is a pass catcher.
That's where it's coming from then, because Damian Harris in my mind is whiter.
Yep.
So think about it like this. You give the ball to Damian Harris. He's running up the middle behind Reggie Gilliam, whose nickname is quite literally Sledge, because he hits you like a sledgehammer. And then you've got Osiris Torrance also on that side of the line. You are going to make those defenders a different type of exhausted and depressed.
Yeah.
And that's what Buffalo needs. You need an identity with your run game. That's what the run game is now. It's to wear down the defense and open everything else up. You know, there's some teams that buy into the whole pass game opens up the run game. We don't talk about those. They're the redheaded stepchild of the NFL. Run game opens up the pass game.
Yell here.
I know.
No.
Go ahead.
My brain just clicked.
Oh, okay.
Dalvin Cook should go to the Bills. You can recreate that old Giants running back room. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Because Earth is, your bigger boy. Brandon Jacobs, or in this case, Damian Harris. Wind is your fast guy. That's James. Fire is the guy who comes in every once in a while and just hits a big play. That's still what Dalvin does.
Yeah.
God damn it, I hate the Bills. And somehow they will still run less than 10 times a game. But we've talked about Torrance a long time.
But yeah, Torrance is awesome.
Great pick. Love it.
And then they followed up with another fantastic pick, Dorian Williams, who was my LB3 behind Jack Campbell and Diane Henley. I love the dude. Fantastic athlete. I know he's not Ivan Pace.
Bro just doesn't understand good linebacker play. It's fine.
I'm a Bears fan. That's all I have in life is good linebacker play.
Then apparently you're just heightest.
Anyways, moving on to a real football player. I'm just fucking with you at this point.
Whoa. Get
Dorian
the
Williams
fuck
is
out of my Discord.
Dorian Williams is not the same player as Tremaine Edmonds. Because whereas Edmonds came into the league as a really good run defender and struggled in coverage, Williams is the opposite, where he's going to come in as a really good cover guy and struggle in run defense. But there's still this like really athletic, rangy linebacker, and it's not like Williams sucks at run defending. Like he's going to bring down a running back if they get to the second level. It's just his run diagnostics are a little bit behind. And he's not the strongest dude in the world, but he's really lengthy and he's really smart. Like I said, that athleticism really lends itself to potential as a run defender. He's really good in both man and zone coverage. He's super, super disciplined when it comes to play action. He does not fall for a lot of like the eye candy going on and stuff like that. Really good at blitzing the quarterback. And I love that he's a third round pick, because when you're a third round pick, especially at linebacker where you have a little bit to prove, you got to work your ass off to impress the coaches. And he doesn't have this luxury that first round linebackers had, kind of like Tremaine Edmonds had in Buffalo, where he came in and was just kind of given a starting spot because he was a first round pick. Williams is going to have to work a little bit. I'm sure he will start day one, but he's going to have to prove that he should start day one. And I love that. I just love a linebacker playing with a chip on their shoulder. So yeah, perfect fit for Buffalo. Again, not quite Tremaine Edmonds, but that's about as good as you're going to get of an Edmonds replacement. Just a little bit different of a player. Same type of build, same type of athleticism and whatnot.
Sure. I don't care.
And then Justin Shorter, bad.
What? Really?
Mid. He's mid.
Why do you not like Justin Shorter?
My big issue, it's not so much with him. I'm talking about the pick being mid, because I don't like the receivers he was taking, or I like the receivers he was taken ahead of more.
Who?
Like, E.T. Perry was there, Andre Yoshivas was there. I like both of them better than Shorter.
But they don't play the same fucking position. Not really.
I
You're
mean,
not comparing a 5'7" guy to a 6'4" guy and pretending it's the same type of pick.
Justin Shorter's just like Gabe Davis. That's how he plays.
I disagree.
Well, that's what I took away. This is potentially Gabe Davis's replacement if he pans out. He plays really similar to Davis to me.
So to you, all he does is speed? That's Gabe Davis's game. And that is not anything like what Shorter does at all.
Okay, then what do you think about Shorter?
So I like Shorter. He's an actual good route runner, unlike Gabe Davis. No, he's a good route runner.
I don't agree with good. I thought he was okay.
Oh my goodness, this fucking guy. He's like actually a good contested catch guy and is good at tracking the ball. So he's playing an entirely different role as a good route runner and the good contested catch guy when the only other guy on the Bills roster who can make a contested catch is Stephon Diggs.
I don't know. I still see him as a Gabe Davis type of guy.
That doesn't make sense.
Am I high? Is Gabe Davis just not as big as I think he is?
Gabe Davis is just really fast and that's all he does. But I don't think he's as fast or as big as you think he is. Maybe the issue is you've never watched Gabe Davis.
He's 6'2", 210.
6'2", 210 is not 6'4", 230. That is actually
he's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger, but they play really
2
similarly.
inches and 30 pounds is not a little bit. That's literally what made Ivan Pace go undrafted, dog.
Okay, but I'm saying when you get to a certain point as a receiver,
but also,
like,
no, when you're
my point is this
when
isn't the
speed
difference
is your
between
big
like a
thing. This is a 4.5 guy versus a 4.3 guy. 4.55 versus 4.3. Gabe Davis is a speed merchant. I think so. Gabe Davis is a speed merchant. That's all he does.
A 4.3?
I believe so. I'm double checking now because I don't know. Load faster. Oh no. Okay. No, he wasn't a 4.3 guy.
What did he run?
4.54.
Okay.
Which does not track to me at all. So Gabe Davis is definitely one of those guys who is faster, not faster with pads, but you know how some guys, they take off their pads and get a lot faster? Gabe Davis is just, he's a 4.5 guy. It's like you take Trey Palmer, that the guy who ran crazy, you put pads on him, he's going to run the same speed as Gabe Davis. The weight makes a big difference. So I don't see the Gabe Davis.
He's bigger than Gabe Davis, but they're both big body guys who are fast.
Fair, but Gabe Davis can't contested catch. He's an awful route runner.
Yeah, but like I said, I also wasn't that impressed with Shorter's route running. After the catch, fair. Contested catching, maybe I'll have to go back and look at that. But I don't know, I still see a lot of, like, the role they'll play in this offense, I see similarities, like decent similarities.
I don't know if I do.
I don't know. I mean, it's all fucking speculation.
That's why I'm way higher on Shorter than you are. So we'll see who's right.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say Shorter's going to be their wide receiver 2 by the end of the year, but
I don't know.
And like a well-defined Shorter. Jesus Christ. Well-defined wide receiver 2. Because, you know, he gets to play with a quarterback that's exactly the same as the last one, just better at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. But like I said, I just wasn't blown away by him.
Fair enough. Why did I think Davis was so much faster than he is? My brain is hurt by that.
Nick Broker, just career backup.
Yeah.
Played like
it's a 7th round guard.
Like, yeah, he played a lot in the SEC and he has experience across the offensive line, but he's just a career backup.
So this is another one of those places. I know I'm bringing up another undrafted free agent who ended up as a Viking, and I keep saying he should have went everywhere else. Why not a guy like Andre Carter?
Yeah. I still think it's wild that Andre Carter went undrafted. That blows my mind. It's wild
that the Vikings ended up with both of those guys.
Yeah, I hate that.
I love that for me.
And then Alex Austin, he's just a good scheme fit. He played in a quarter. This is a Fangio quarters-heavy defense. He played in a Fangio quarter-heavy defense at Oregon State. Good dart throw. Cool.
Overall, the Bills' offseason.
An A-.
What?
I mean, that's their draft. What am I missing with the offseason? Where did they fuck up in the offseason?
And their draft isn't that good. Especially if you don't like Shorter.
But see, I really like Torrance and Williams. Like, really,
I'm not that high on Williams, but I like Torrance and Shorter. But I've been pounding the desk since the minute I heard Kincaid's name that's the worst first round pick. Second worst.
Not.
Will McDonald's
the worst.
I don't consider him real. The Jets just didn't have a pick. It's fine.
I don't know. I'll give him overall offseason. I'll give him like a B+.
They did nothing in free agency. They got worse as a team. Who did they lose? I feel like they lost a lot of guys.
Edmonds was the big one.
Edmonds is a big one.
He is the big one.
Poyer and Hyde, they're just getting old. And they didn't fix anything other than Torrance is a good fix. But outside of that, I'm going like a C. I am not a fan of what the Bills did. And they went this offseason, made them go from a team like I want to pick to be in the Super Bowl to like, I don't even know if they make the playoffs.
I think that's bold.
So you're saying that there's no shot they're the third best team in their division? The Jets, the Dolphins. Then you're looking at the North where the Bengals exist, and I hate to say it, but if Watson becomes Watson again, the Browns
Yeah,
exist.
I guess there is a world where they don't make the playoffs. Holy shit.
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. If
oh my God,
Russell Wilson's good. Like, the Bills didn't stay in that upper echelon. They didn't.
Yeah.
They moved down by virtue of not doing enough. Like, they didn't lose a ton, but they didn't build either.
Mm-hmm.
And that's maybe just as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And also, Josh Allen just scares me. Both if you have to play against him and if he plays for your team. He's too much like Cam Newton. One of these times he's going to run into the wrong linebacker, and it's going to be a problem, and I hate it. I don't want it to happen, obviously, but like, watch the way dude plays. He's kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
He runs like an idiot. Fields and Lamar, run like smart people. They avoid the big hit, and Josh Allen runs like an idiot. He runs at the big hit for no reason.
Yep.
So that's spooky. But yeah, we went over 2 hours. That's unfortunate. This is what happens when Jake's not here to yell at us. We talk about the Dolphins' 4 draft picks for 30 minutes. Oh, God.
It be like that sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes.
But on the bright side, our next episode, if all goes according to plan, should be our biggest one yet.
That's true. Could be a big moment.
Yes.
Wild times. I'm going to have to spread some propaganda. No. No propaganda at that time. Maybe.
What propaganda could you possibly spread?
I could just be an ass. No, so that's the question I'm going to have to ask. I'll tell you off recording. So with that said, thank you to everybody who came and watched this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, spread it around, help grow the podcast. I don't know how to do Jake's outro. So all I know is, bye.